I totally forgot this was in here.
I'm impressed.
It's a value superstar, especially for the proof point.
Yeah.
It is
for
different.
$40 for that proof.
Yeah.
Great.
It's different though.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Welcome to the channel, bringing a real-world perspective to the real-world whiskey consumer.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Erin.
And we are back with another Pours Unknown video, which is where we draw a blind sample at random from our Pours Unknown sample pool, full of a bunch of bourbons and ryes, most of which we've never had before. That way we have no familiarity with the product.
There you go.
That's a tough word to say.
Sometimes.
Sometimes it is. But we are here. We do it this way because we want to eliminate all the hype and the bias behind labels, price tags, all that stuff. So what you're going to see in this video is we're going to smell it, taste it, rate it. We'll tell you what we think about it too. And then we'll find out the price tag and see if that changes our rating before we find out what we're drinking. This is how we do our product reviews over here. It's a lot of fun. Like I said, you get the skinny, the nitty gritty.
You get the tea, if you will, on the whiskey.
Okay, that works. I'll go with that.
I mean...
All right, let's get it on the nose.
I don't know. I'm getting some fruity toe jam on this.
Okay, so if you're new here, Erin has some off-the-wall notes sometimes, and she just says what things remind her of. I don't know what toe jam smells like. You probably don't either.
It's gonna sound weird, but haven't you ever, like...
It doesn't already? Go ahead.
Cleaned out between your toes?
I've never smelled it.
And then, like, but that smells on your hands?
No.
That's what I'm talking about. If you've ever done that. If you know, you know.
Wow, okay. This whole night took a turn.
It's like slightly fruity, but kind of slightly funky.
What did you have between your toes?
Just life.
Fruit?
No.
Okay, now that I'm smelling this more, I get your fruity sweetness.
Okay.
That's definitely here, and it's like a bowl of fruit. It's almost like the fruit cocktail, you know, like the little fruit cups
yes,
with the
we've
syrup.
said this before on something, and I can't recall what it was.
Is that what they're called? Fruit
cocktails?
Yeah, This is opening up more that it's getting some air to it. Yeah, I would say this smells generally pleasant.
Yeah.
If any fruit note in here is standing out, it's kind of like a red fruit note, maybe like a strawberry, cherry.
I'm getting a white grape.
Raspberry. I could get a little white grape for sure in there. Yeah, I mean, generally pleasant, sweet more than anything, for sure. Smells like a sweet, fruit-forward bourbon.
I agree.
Let's get into the palate. Whoa.
Huh.
That is not what I expected.
What is that?
It's everything I expected, or it's everything I got on the nose, but the way it transitioned to the palate is different than I expected.
Yeah, and it's full of flavor. There is a flavor punch there, but then the liquid is super thin.
Oh, well, I'm actually getting, it tastes like the syrup from those fruit cocktail cups.
Yeah, but like...
It has that level of sugary sweetness.
I was just shocked how watery the finish feels, though. It felt like I was drinking water that was flavored with something.
I'll need another sip.
Okay.
You oftentimes cannot trust your first sip.
Yeah.
It's just acclimating to the pour.
Yeah.
We just like to give a reaction on that first sip just so that you know what stood out the most to us, especially if this is something that's pricey or hard to find.
Yeah.
If it didn't blow us away, and this didn't, either of us on the first sip, we don't think. But it's a good telling sign.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and get a second sip.
Yeah, I'd say it's what you said about the fruit cocktail, the juice left over afterwards in the little plastic cups if you drink it. It's like that. The second sip, I had more oak, a little bit more drying oak.
Yeah.
And the liquid didn't shock me as thin as it shocked me the first time.
Yeah,
because I was used to it.
Yeah, and I didn't get thin on that first sip.
I did.
It does seem low proof, but it seems very flavorful.
Yeah.
It's a lot of flavor. I mean,
it's pretty good.
It's all those same notes, and then it just rolls into this beautiful oaky finish that's still going.
The finish is lingering. I was about to say the finish she's a stage 5 clinger.
This is either low proof and very well crafted, or it's deceptively higher proof and sticking around and drinking easier because there's not a lot of spice.
Yeah.
The finish is still going.
I know.
Like it's almost got a little bit of barrel spice sitting in now on the very, very tail end of the sip. Wow, this might be too sweet for me.
I went back to the nose. I'm getting kind of peppery on the nose now. Sweet, peppery.
I can see that, yeah.
In a weird way.
Man, yeah, so it's
like you put pepper on a pineapple.
Yeah, or like a charred pineapple a little bit.
Yeah.
Man, this is a wild glass. I don't know
You're a
of
wild glass.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I think you meant that as a compliment, but
I
you might
did.
not have.
I did.
Okay. This strikes me as being a little different than a lot of things. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but not so off the beaten path that it's like a Texas whiskey or something.
Yeah, no, it seems like a bourbon.
Yeah.
Probably Kentucky or maybe Indiana bourbon, but it's just going about its business in a little different way.
Yeah.
Like it's 10% of what this glass is doing is something that 90% of things out there on the market can't do, which could be polarizing. Some people could love it or hate it. I don't know how I feel about it. It's very sweet.
Yeah.
Tastes like a very sweet bourbon.
I want one
And
more sip, and I think I'll have a rating.
I think so too. Let's go.
Okay. I'm ready. You ready?
Yeah, I will be.
I'm going to go thumbs up. This is good. I like it. This will be price dependent, though, because I don't have to have a bottle of it. If it's super expensive, I will easily go just okay.
Yeah, I'll go thumbs up as well. Thumbs up means we like it. We would like to have a bottle of it. 2 thumbs up
It's
means
something we could see ourselves owning and drinking.
Right. Whereas 2 thumbs up means we love it and we gotta have a bottle of it by any means necessary. This does not fall into that category for me personally.
Same.
Or you.
Same.
But it is very, very well crafted.
Yeah.
It's a strong thumbs up. Not the type of pour I would reach for all the time, just because it's very, very sweet. That syrupy fruit cup sweetness.
Yeah, but whatever the finish is, for me, kind of counteracts how sweet it is.
The finish is remarkable for what the proof
it's a really
seems to
good
be.
finish.
Yeah,
It's a lovely
it's
finish.
the finish is still going right now for me.
That's what she said.
That is impressive. So in our pool, this is number 80. We're going to find out the price, see if that changes our thumbs up rating.
Okay.
And then we'll find out what we're drinking.
Oh, hot diggity dog.
What?
It's $40.
Are you serious?
I'm in. I'm staying thumbs up. I'm not limited to 2 thumbs up.
Yeah, I don't have to have a bottle, but I'll for sure
But
say
I'm
thumbs
a
up.
solid thumbs up on this.
Number
like,
80? That's $40?
yeah.
Wow, I think this may be deceptively high proof. What is this?
This is Chattanooga 111. And it's 111 proof. So
Wow.
decent proof.
Oh, man.
And this is thanks to Bill and Delia Kavanaugh.
Chattanooga 111, $40 bottle. Sits on shelves everywhere.
Pretty good.
It's unique. Like I said, it is.
Yeah.
It's different than most stuff out there. It's a high malt.
Okay.
Chattanooga does stuff with a high malt.
The finish on this is what had me being like a solid thumbs up. Because the flavor was fine.
Yeah.
It was okay. The viscosity, not amazing. The finish,
Not for 111 proof, no.
The finish was
Sticks.
stellar in my book. I loved it. So that really helped it.
And
for
this
me.
is probably, knowing Chattanooga, I don't know this bottle specifically. We've never owned a bottle of it. I just, for whatever reason, never bought one because it's always on the shelf. I could always get it, so it always gets pushed
so
to
you
the
don't buy
back
it?
burner. But I don't have it to compare, but you've already seen it in the graphic down here. I think this is like a 2 to 3 year old whiskey.
What?
That's silly.
Shut up.
For the oak that's on this?
No, you're lying. What? That's fake news.
I can see how people wouldn't like this. I mean, I literally said this is a little different than a lot of stuff out there. So if that sounds like something you want to try, I mean, for $40, you're not making a big investment. And I want to highlight this because most people, when they talk about Chattanooga and that high malt content, it's a little bit of either the mouthfeel that they remark on, which this to me isn't coming across with a very stellar mouthfeel.
Yeah. Same.
But a lot of people talk about a very honey forward note. And now that I know that it's Chattanooga, I can pick up on that.
Yeah.
And I say that to highlight.
can't.
I say that to highlight the fact that when you're drinking things and you know what you're drinking and you know the notes you're supposed to get, if I knew this was Chattanooga
It's
111,
like the power of suggestion.
right? If
get it.
if I knew this was Chattanooga 111 and we were just doing a review, sitting here looking at the bottle, I would smell it and taste it and say, "Oh yeah, I'm getting a lot of honey." But here in a blind tasting format, I didn't get that. So hopefully this video encourages you, if I could get that statement out, to do some blind tastings of your own. They're a lot of fun. You can just get some sample jars off of Amazon, 2-ounce Boston rounds, if you just run a search for that.
There you go.
And I'll put a link in the video description below, as a matter of fact. Grab you a dozen, put some of your favorite pours in there, put some of your pours that you're kind of iffy on, and just draw them at random, sticker them on the bottom to a key. If you need some help, reach out.
Yep. Stuffandwhiskey@gmail.com.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. This was a lot of fun. If you thought it was a lot of fun, like the video. And if you like the style of content, subscribe to the channel, because this is what we do. And maybe spend $40 on a bottle of Chattanooga 111.
Why not?
You're not out much. It's a pretty good pour for what it is.
Decent. All right, that's it for today. Be good to each other, and until next time, cheers.
Cheers. Let's get our title. Get our working title.
Give me that title. That's a Meghan Trainor song.
A sweet tooth value superstar.
Value superstar, coming from above, reaching for the stars. Run away with me to another place. We can rely on each other. From one corner to another.
Okay. I'm just trying to get the title.
I don't know, man.